Hello. Hi. How are you? I want to believe you are doing well, you are safe and sound, and you are in great health. Those are the things that I pray God to reward us with every day. Good health, great shape, peace of mind, great families. And today is another day that God has given us all these things, and we should be grateful. Once again, I'm very pleased to welcome you to my channel. My name is RX Cairo, and in this channel, remember what we do? We sharpen minds and shape destinies. We sharpen minds and shape destinies. Today, I want us to look at a topic that has been discussed severally. I want to give a disclaimer. I'm not the first person to discuss this topic. It's all about father's influence. Father's influence in children. And before we proceed, I want to request you, if you have not subscribed to this channel, press that subscription button, press the bell button, and so that we can notify you every time we upload new videos. I hope this message will be of help to you as a father, as a prospecting father, whichever level of fatherhood you are praying at. I believe the message that I'm going to deliver is going to help you a big deal. Father's influence. First of all, let's look at father from the perspective of a man. Men are very important people in this world. Men are the carriers of life. Remember, in the biblical story of creation, it is from the man that God chunked out a rib, and he molded the rib into a woman. And also it is from the same man that this woman got her children. So men are the carriers and the givers of life. Simple to say. But now it is one thing to be a man and father a child with a woman of your choice. But it's a different ball game altogether to bring up responsible children. I want us to look at two fathers from New York and from the same estate. One of the fathers was named Jonathan Edwards, and the other one was named Max Jukes. Starting with Jonathan Edwards, he was a man of great values, man of integrity, a responsible man who took parenting with the seriousness it deserves. He parented intentionally. And he had married a girl just like him in terms of character. And from this union, from the union of Jonathan Edwards and his wife, men studied 729 descendants. And this is what they found out. And I want you to listen very clearly. This is what they found out. They found out that out of 729, 300 of them were renowned preachers. 65 were college professors. 13 were university presidents. 66 were medical doctors. 75 served in the U.S. Army. 100 were federal judges in the U.S. 60 of them were authors of best-selling books. 3 were United States congressmen, and 1 was a vice president of the U.S. Now, in this same town, even in New York, there also lived a man by the name of Max Jukes. Max Jukes was a man of immoral character who did not take parenting very seriously. He and his wife were placed in prison severally because of various offenses. Both of them were drunkards, and they never took life seriously. And from their union, men studied 1,026 descendants. And this is what they found out. I want you to listen carefully. They found out that 300 of the descendants of Max Jukes died prematurely before the age of 30. 100 were sent to prison for an average of 13 years each, costing the US government around USD 1.2 million, each of them. 90 of them were public prostitutes. 100 were drunkards. 67 of them suffered from syphilis, which was then a terminal illness. 7 of them were convicted for murder. Now, these are two different fathers, but from the same village. Men of different characters, men of diverse view of life and diverse view of parenting, but the end results can be seen clearly from their descendants. Father, you dad, you, this man, let me tell you, I'm talking to you. Your influence will go up to the 4th generation, up to your 4th generation after you have gone. So you have to be intentional in your parenting. Now, fathers must speak blessings to their children, and they must never curse them. They must never compare their children to other children, either in the neighborhood or even what we call sibling to sibling comparison, because each child is gifted differently. Each child is endowed differently. And in parenting, fathers must teach practically, not theoretically. In parenting, fathers must model. They must show the children what to do, not just tell them what to do. They must show practically. So if you want your child to butter his wife, if you want your son to butter his wife, show him how to beat his mother. If you want your child to be promiscuous and commit all manner of adultery behavior, be adulterers on their face. Children learn more by observing. If you want your children to be responsible, just be responsible. Model, demonstrate to them the character or the art of responsibility, the art of accountability, the art of integrity, the art of respecting others, the art of love, the art of spending within their means, the art of drinking responsibly if they must. You must model, don't just tell. You must model. In training children, as a father, you must act like the tour guide. You must lead the way and they follow. You cannot be the sales agent ticket seller who sells tickets to places he or she has never been to. Because in this life, children, especially boys, follow the character of their father, mostly, just like the train wagons follow the locomotive. Follow the locomotive. You go north, they go north. You go south, they go south. You come home late, you are teaching them. This is the time that men come home. You run away from your responsibilities and your duties, you teach them. This is how men behave. They run away from their responsibilities and leave everything to the mothers. It is all about modeling. Another thing, call the greatness out of your child. In this world, the reward that you get is proportionate to your contribution. So you will reap abundantly, you will harvest abundantly the words you speak to your child. You bless them, they will be blessed. You curse them, they will be cast. So the easiest is for you to choose your struggle. For me, I choose the struggle of blessing my children. Protect your children from dream killers. Within each child is pure gold of greatness waiting to be refined and enriched. But unfortunately, most of this greatness is killed and destroyed before it leaves the mine, before it leaves the factory. Destroyed by our culture, by naysayers, by some of our toxic environments, and the environments that we grow up as children. It is our responsibility as fathers to protect our children from this. Finally, I want to say this. There is no formula of bringing up children to a father, and especially to bring up sons. There is environment that they will grow up in. There is the associations that they will have from neighbors, at school, and from friends. But my take is this: let us do our best, the best that we know how. Let us do it intentionally. Let us do it intentionally and leave the rest to God. And I can tell you, God will not let us down. God will not forsake us. God will bless them just as we have blessed them. God will call the greatness out of our children just as we do. And if we don't do that, then we might, which is the unfortunate event, start blaming the devil because of our irresponsibilities. Thank you for watching and thank you for listening. I hope the message will help you, and once again, I thank you for following my channel. I believe the teachings we are having are gonna shape our destinies and are gonna shape the destinies of our descendants, especially in this topic of parenting. Otherwise, I wish you well. I wish you God's blessings. I wish you greatness, and I wish you great parenting. And may you bring up responsible children. Till next time, from my desk, I want to say goodbye.